Hi and welcome to Intuitive Insights. This is going to be the oracle reading portion of the New Moon in Aries video. New Moon in Aries is happening on March 24th, 2020. And I just did a previous video where we talked about the astrological aspects of the new moon and just sort of the conversations that the planets are having and how that's affecting the energy. And now I'm going to do the oracle reading portion, and we're going to just kind of ask the cards and ask Spirit to speak to us through the cards and give us any more information and wisdom that Spirit wants to share with us right now. We're going to start with the Moonology deck, this being the new moon, naturally. So Spirit, please, all right, please give us any guidance on the new moon in Aries. Ooh, this is, all right, we got quite a few cards popping out. And so we are going to take these. I couldn't even get through speaking. Spirit had a lot to say, apparently. So we have, it's time to release, time to release negativity, which is a card that's come up in a lot of our readings. So this is a big energy that we're still in, is releasing all of this, the stuff that no longer serves us. You know, where, as I was talking about in the video, you know, we're being shown a lot of ways, a lot of blocks, a lot of things that stand in our way of achieving the future that we set out for each other. What stands in the way of us building our confidence and building that foundation in ourselves. And so any of those blocks that are coming up, any of those heavy energies that are coming up, like, it's time to release those and let those go so that we can move forward. Then we have a new start is coming, new moon. And so this is absolutely perfect. This is the energy that we're in. We're in the equinox energy still, the zodiac new year with the start of the sun moving into Aries on the 21st. This new moon is really just a coming into ourselves. And so there is a whole new start on its way, and that start begins now. And it begins with us, you know, standing fully in our power and saying, like, I am a divine child of the universe. I am a powerful God being. I am an aspect of source energy experiencing itself and projecting and creating my own reality. I am in complete control of this experience, and I am powerful beyond measure. So it's us stepping into that energy, that I am energy, that conscious co-creative energy, and just knowing that this new cycle can be whatever we want it to be. We don't have to hold on to, you know, the limitations of the past. We can release this negativity. We can release everything, all of the beliefs that stood in the way of us manifesting our best selves and our best lives. And then we have, you and your loved ones are safe. And I think that this is a really profound energy and a really beautiful message to be getting right now, because a lot of people are in a state of fear. And in every moment, we're getting the opportunity to choose faith over fear. And actually, I really want to talk about that right now. I was going to do a separate video on this, and I still might, to get into it more, to get out the message. But this was a message that I received in meditation last night. I asked Spirit what it was that the collective most needed to know and understand at this time. And what I was told is that, and this might sound a little crazy to some people, but this is what I was channeled, and it felt very true to me. So we have this sort of split going on right now. We're in this process of ascension, which means we are elevating, if you will, or our consciousness is expanding. And we are shifting from what people would term like a third dimensional reality, which is just a perception. All dimensions are perceptions of the mind. And so we exist in all dimensions simultaneously. It's just where our focus is and where our consciousness is that determines our experience. And so, but Earth as a whole exists in a three-dimensional, it is a three-dimensional energy grid, a three-dimensional planet that we incarnate into. And Earth is ascending or changing vibration and moving into a fifth dimensional consciousness or awareness, fifth dimensional energy grid. And so as a result, all of us are moving and changing with that. And so what we've seen sort of happen is that there's sort of a splitting of timelines. And it's almost as though we're going to have two different realities or perspectives that the collective is experiencing happening almost simultaneously. And right now, with everything that's happening with the coronavirus, with all the insanity that's going on in the world, we're being given the opportunity to choose which timeline we want to be on. And so are we choosing the timeline of fear, or are we choosing the timeline of faith? And what we choose is going to directly impact the reality that we experience moving forward. And it may be in more extreme ways than we can imagine. It may actually get to a point where we cannot perceive of each other anymore because we are in completely different timelines and completely different dimensions or realities while still existing on the same planet. Like, I know this is some really trippy shit, but this is what I've been channeled and what I've been downloading. And so right now it is imperative that we decide where we want to be. Do we want to be on the old earth as it was? Or do we want to be residents of the new earth? And what is that going to look like? We don't get to know. But I can pretty much guarantee the new earth is going to be pretty awesome. And that's where a lot of us are headed. And the way we do that, the way we choose that timeline is to choose love in every moment, is to choose faith, to choose compassion, and to just trust within the core of our being that everything's going to be all right. And to really anchor ourselves into that new grid and that new frequency and that new timeline, it's just working on our spiritual selves, taking the time to meditate, to connect to source, to send energy to other human beings, to send energy to the planet, to help other people, even on a physical level. If you know someone who can't get out and do their grocery shopping right now, go out and do their grocery shopping. You know, whatever little ways we can do, every time we show kindness and love and compassion, we're anchoring ourselves into that new timeline and we're choosing that new earth. We're choosing that new experience. And the more we choose that, the more we anchor ourselves into that. And eventually it's going to be very much a split, and it's still going to be possible. Those in the new earth will be continuing to anchor in those energies and open that energy up so that more people can shift. But I mean, we're going to be living in two separate realities. I mean, I think honestly right now, with everything that's playing out in the world, it's already feeling like we're living in a science fiction movie or a science fiction novel. So maybe this won't sound as out there to some people as I'm perceiving it might, but I have to say what I'm seeing and what I've been told, and that was what I was asked to share. And so I like that. That was brought up by this new moon and Cancer card. You and your loved ones are safe because we are all infinitely safe in every moment when we choose love. And we are all spiritual beings, and we're all connected, and this life is just a temporary experience. It's a profound one, especially as we're going through this ascension process. This is a huge, huge, unprecedented shift that's happening on Earth right now. And it's an amazing, amazing time to be alive. It's a time that you fought tooth and nail to be here right now. It may not feel like it in the midst of all this chaos, but your soul really wanted to be here. And it wanted to be here to experience this incredible cosmic shift that's happening as we speak. So congratulations on being here. Congratulations on sticking it out, because it hasn't been easy, and it wasn't meant to be easy. We came here for the challenge. We came here to help others awaken as we ourselves awaken to the truth of who we are, and to usher in this new phase of existence and development for the earth. And then we also got nothing is yet set in stone. Mutable moon. And so that's kind of perfect with what we were just talking about, right? It's like in every moment we get that choice. Do I choose fear or do I choose faith? Do I choose love? Do I act from love? Do I choose the 3-dimensional timeline or do I choose the 5th dimensional timeline? Do I choose the old earth or do I choose the new earth? We always have that choice. And there are so many different timelines going on right now. There are so many possibilities as to what is going to happen in each of these different realities. Nothing is set in stone. Everything is very in flux right now. And we don't know what's going to happen. But that's part of the challenge, is when you face the unknown, are you able to continue to choose faith? Are you able to continue to choose love, to continue to trust, to continue to know that everything will work out and that we're in this period of growing? It's like we're having these growing pains right now and they feel unbearable, but we are growing and we are evolving. And am I able to trust in that process and continue to show up for that process in whatever way I'm able to do that right now? Yeah. We get to choose the timeline that we want to be on. There's no choice that you've made in the past that is going to prevent you from hopping onto the new timeline. If that's what you choose and that's what you wish, you can make that choice at any time. It's going to be a lot easier to make that choice right now because we're still in the process of shifting. But it doesn't matter when you make it. You can always make it. And there is absolutely nothing. It's like releasing negativity, releasing all of the guilt and all of the shame and all of the stuff that holds you down and chains you to this lower frequency energy grid and this lower frequency reality. Like, you don't have to live like that. You don't have to live in that. You have a choice to come to the new earth, to come over to this new system, this new world, this new reality that we're creating, that we're dreaming together. We are the dream weavers creating this new reality, and you can come over here at any time, but you got to let that shit go first. You got to let that shit go. And we have You Are Good Enough, full moon in Virgo. And so, yeah, that's just a reminder once again to step into our confidence and to step into our power. To know that we deserve happiness. You deserve all of the infinite happiness that the universe is here to offer you. It is yours already. Just step into it. All right, we're going to go with the Ascended Masters now, Keepers of the Light deck, and see what guidance they have to offer us. What guidance do the Ascended Masters have to offer for this new moon in Aries? We'll take that. That was a lot of cards, so we're gonna... All right, we'll take Kali. What guidance? Oh, these cards are so fresh. As you can see, my shuffling is not necessarily on par with Kayla's, but we're doing the best we can here. We're doing the best we can. Let's see if she comes back out. Oh, but he is. Oh, there we go again. Go again. Get one more card, please, if you wish. One more. Oh, you... They are quite funny. Quite funny. Okay. So we're just going to go through. We're not going to get crazy deep into all these because that's a lot of cards. But we are going to go through. We have Mary Magdalene, Teacher Awakens. You have something important to share. Follow the inner call. Don't let anything stop you. So this is what we were talking about. Also in the other video, we have the healing of the divine feminine that's going on right now with the sun and the moon conjunct Black Moon Lilith and Chiron. And this, just learning how to speak our truth and stand in our power and calling in that confidence. And so that's a huge energy with this, a huge Aries energy, huge energy with this new moon of stepping into our personal power and gaining that confidence in ourselves. And so we all do have something important to share, As we were talking about, if you're watching this channel, you are probably a light worker, you are probably a starseed. Otherwise, you probably wouldn't be interested in all the information that I'm sharing. And after some of the stuff that I've said during this video, you would have probably already turned it off. So you have something important to share with the world. You are here to help the world awaken. And what happens first is that you awaken. And so that's what's happening right now, is you have something to teach others. We're all eternally the student and the teacher. And so there are lessons unfolding, and you are coming to that place where you're stepping into your voice, you're stepping into your confidence, and really just knowing that what you have to say is worth other people listening to. It's worth sharing, and it can help and will help others. So we have Kali Ma facing fear. Major spiritual changes are unfolding. This is your chance to soar. Yeah. So Kali is the destroyer. She makes the way. She has that Plutonian kind of energy. Definitely check out my Pluto and Saturn video that I just did. I talked a lot about the role that they're playing in this ascension process right now, and in everything we're seeing happening in the world. So we're all being forced to face our fears. We're being forced to face our shadow. We're being forced to face everywhere where we're afraid that we're not safe. We're afraid that we're not good enough. We're afraid that our dreams can't manifest, that we don't have what it takes to create the reality that we want for ourselves. We're in this place of fear, and we have to look that fear dead in the eyes. We have to look at that fear, and we have to see it for what it is. And what it is an illusion. What it is a belief system that was pushed onto us, but through our ancestral line, through our cultural programming, through, fears and phobias from past lives, through experiences in this life that we saw through a certain perception. But now we can open up that perception, and we can understand that those fears, we can't allow ourselves to be governed by those fears. We always have the chance to transcend those and to rise above that. And that's what this energy, by looking at our fears and examining them and holding them up to the light, we can see which ones are real and which ones aren't, and which ones are we ready to release. And that leads right into Lord Shiva, transcendence. Rise up, honor your inner force, steps are being given, dance with the universe. Everything that you need is already within you. All you have to do is tap in to that inner knowing. We have 2 cards here which show the third eye. It's all about tapping in. We say, I have 2 eyes to look and 1 to see. We're being given the chance to see. We're being given the chance to step into our eternal power as spiritual beings. And I'm just going to look through these and see. Yeah. So I'm going to say, I'm feeling this one. Lord Ganesh, infinite abundance, obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. So this is just a reminder that the universe is always working and conspiring in our favor. And if you do feel that there are obstacles, if you feel that there are fears that you're having trouble overcoming, blocks that you're having trouble overcoming, you can ask Lord Ganesh to help remove those obstacles and to help remove those blocks. He's really great at that. That's one of the things that he does. And then we'll do Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. That's what we're learning to do right now. That's what we need to do. We need to stand strong, we need to stand united, and we need to marshal that inner strength and that inner wisdom, that intuition. This is, we're all going back again to the starseed thing, and the fact that if you're watching this, you are a starseed or a light worker. If there is any difference, people like to classify and put people into different categories. I don't necessarily subscribe to that. Those are just more labels. We are infinite spiritual beings, and many of us did come here to assist the earth in this ascension process, and we are being called to action right now. We're being called to release all the negativities, to face our fears, to purge any of the stuff, any of the heavy emotions, any of the programming, the stuff that's still holding us down and keeping our true inner natures hidden. Because it's time to let that shine. It's time to embrace who we are and what we came here to do. And yeah, so honestly, I'm feeling like that was pretty good. as far as the reading goes, I think that gave us a lot. I guess before we go, I will pull, actually, spoke too soon. I'll pull one card from the Isis deck. And so what is the spiritual lesson or spiritual gift that we are receiving at this time? Any spiritual lesson or spiritual gift that we are receiving at this time? Okay, we'll take it. And so I was called to stop it. Then when this one tried to pop out, we're going to go with it. Initiation. Spiritual testing of Ra and the Lady Isis. And so I'm going to look over this real quick and see if we want to get too deeply into this. Yeah, all right. We're going to go for it. So it says, and I'll hold the card up while I'm reading so you can take a better look at it. When you are being spiritually initiated into the mysteries of light, love, and power, there are moments of deep challenge. The key is to find the light within the challenge, the learning, growth, or wisdom that can be summoned to turn the challenge into an opportunity for healing. Whilst the scorching heat of Ra seeks to burn through any resistance, the Lady Isis, with compassion and cleverness, will protect you from burning and instead enable you to be nourished and grow from the light of Ra. Let Isis help you pass the test of intense growth as you thrive with new life. For advanced aspirants on the path, initiation will occur at various stages. Sometimes your entire life will feel like an initiation. At other times, specific areas will be flowing easily, whilst others are deeply challenging. This oracle comes as confirmation that you are not needlessly suffering. If you can find the light within the struggles, tests, or challenges that face you now, you will experience breakthrough healing. If you can find the light within the struggles, tests, or challenges that you face now, you will experience breakthrough healing. It is the almost unbearable solar fire of Ra that can cleanse the soul of wounds, and the love, compassion, and intelligence of Isis that can temper the heat of Ra and stop it from burning and drying you out, or else you would be left with nothing but emptiness, anger, bitterness, and despair in your heart. These are not meant to be the outcomes of life's challenges. Rather than losing love and hope through the challenges of life, the initiate understands all aspects of life are growth opportunities in various stages of disguise, waiting to be discovered. As an initiate, this oracle urges you to honor life as a gift and treat any challenge or pressure as a way for you to grow into a brighter and purer light, capable of great spiritual service on this planet. That spiritual service includes growing an ability to be able to love freely and beyond limits, to love with courage and faith. In fact, initiation for you now, dear one, is an opening to new levels of power and peace, self-possession, and love. There are such sweet fruits waiting for you at the top of the tree you are currently climbing. It may seem as though you are in barren land at times, with little hope, nourishment, or encouragement, yet your spiritual oasis is not far away. The Lady Isis and the power of Ra together are helping you grow. Stay focused on the Lady and her love for you, and you shall pass through the desert of initiation unharmed and deeply transformed. So, that really lines up perfectly with everything that we've been talking about. And I couldn't help but think as I was reading this how it's talking about Ra and Isis, and so we're talking about also the masculine and the feminine and the balance of those two energies in this healing process and this initiation process. And so we have that fire of Ra pushing us forward, and we have that nurturing energy of Isis just comforting us and guiding us and being the light through that process. And we really are in this process of initiation right now. You know, we are being called to action. We are being called to spread our spiritual wings and soar. And all of the challenges that we're going through right now, individually and as a collective, are helping to prepare us for that journey. They're helping us to step into our full power. They're helping us to embrace all that we are. And once we embrace all that we are, all of a sudden, we see all that we can be. And we can step into any experience or expression of that we so choose. They call Isis the goddess of 10,000 names. And so just like the goddess Isis, we all have so many different possible expressions of our power and our grace. And we get to choose which expression we want. But first, we get to step into that full knowing and that full experience of who and what we are. And so that's this process of initiation that we're entering right now. We're being prepared for this service that we're here to offer the world. And that's no small thing. This is absolutely huge. And so it's just a reminder that, like, whatever we're going through right now, we have, as I said earlier, everything at our disposal, everything within us, we already have to handle what's coming, and to handle and accept what is, and to learn from it and grow from it and be that phoenix rising from the flames. So be the phoenix. Allow yourself to embrace this process. Release your fears. Release all of the bondage that holds you down. And remember, like, those chains, we can break those chains at any moment. They're not real. They're an illusion. They're a figment of our imagination. And we can step out of that bondage and into a new expression of ourselves at any moment that we choose. We are here to transcend all of the perceived limitations that surround us as a collective, as individuals, and come back into our knowing and our full power as spiritual beings. And that's what we're doing right now. So thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe, please check out the other half of this video where I talk about the astrology. And yeah, I absolutely love every single one of you. And please just be gentle with yourselves in this process. Love yourselves and know that, like, you are worthy, you are enough, you are powerful beyond measure. And everything that you're going through right now is preparing you for greatness. It's preparing you for greatness, but you are already great. You are already great. It's just preparing you to unfold that and step into that and feel and experience and know that. And from that place of knowing, we move forward and we create this new earth together. If you would like a reading, if you would like a healing, information is down below. You can absolutely still reach out to Kayla for a reading. You can reach out to me. I offer energy healing sessions. I'm actually doing discounted Belvaspata sessions right now. It's angelic healing of the heart. It helps to just open up the energy field, help to release some of that negativity, to release some of those patterns and conditionings and belief systems, and help us embrace and step into that heart energy, step into that higher vibrational energy. So I can absolutely help with that. I'm doing those for $44 right now. Because of everything that's going on. I know a lot of people have been out of work, and I know a lot of people are fearful. So please, please, please reach out to me for that. I also offer spiritual coaching sessions. We look into some astrology. You read some aspects with the cards. We do a whole bunch of different things. And there's, oftentimes some energy healing involved, whatever feels natural and right for the situation. There's just so many things, so many different ways that we can kind of, go at it from, and just see how we can get you to that place of empowerment and that place of just feeling ready to step out into the world and be that beautiful, bright, shining light that you are. That is my ultimate goal and ultimate purpose. That is the ultimate goal of this channel. That is Kayla's ultimate goal. I mean, that's what we're all getting ready to do right now, so that we can shine brightly individually, and we can shine brightly together, and we can just bathe the world in that beautiful, beautiful light. And that's what it's all about. You are a light. Namaste. The light in me sees and honors the light in you. And thank you so much. If you would like to donate to our channel, you can absolutely do that as well. The link to that is down below. You have to it's a PayPal thing. I couldn't get the link to work quite right, so I just put our email address for PayPal. You can send donations to that. And just commenting and spreading the love. It means absolutely so much to both of us when we hear how much you appreciate us, and whether these videos are helping, because that's the intent. That's what we're both here to do. So thank you so much, and until we meet again, be well.